Hello everyone. Today we will watch a short retelling of the movie Destination 1. The main character of the film, high school student Alex, goes on a school trip to Paris. Alex is terrified of flying, but tries to hide it in every possible way. Shortly after takeoff, the plane explodes, and Alex's classmates die in front of his eyes. At the moment when death overtakes Alex himself, he suddenly wakes up, in the seat of a Flight 180 preparing for takeoff. Terrified, he begins to notice that moments from his vision, for example, the remarks of classmates or a broken folding table, begin to repeat in reality. Alex begins to panic and tries to get off the plane. Because of the current situation, Luton's teacher, Carter, his girlfriend Terry and student Billy are dropped off the plane, and Claire and Alex's best friend that go themselves so that they can calm down and arrive on the next flight. The plane with the remaining passengers takes off and immediately explodes. 2 FBI agents are taking statements from people filmed by the plane, and especially from Alex. 39 days later, at a memorial evening at the school, a monument to those who died on that flight is unveiled. Carter refuses to talk to Alex. Terry tries to apologize to him for her boyfriend. Miss Luton is afraid of Alex, and he invites Alex to a hockey match. The same evening at home in the bathroom, he slips in a puddle. The clothesline is entangled around his neck. Because of the slippery bathroom, the guy can't get free and dies. Everyone except Alex considers his death a suicide. Alex was at the scene of the tragedy and saw Claire there. The next day he comes to her house and tries to find out why she was there. Claire claims that she feels about the same as Alex, but does not experience visions. Alex and Claire guess that death is coming for them. They decide to take a look at Todd's body. When Alex and Claire arrive at the morgue to see his body, the mysterious undertaker tells them that death is intervening to kill everyone who was supposed to die on the plane. The next day, Alex tries to convince Claire of Todd's murder, but she doesn't believe him. Carter and Terry drive up to them in a car, almost hitting Billy, who was riding his bike. At this time, Luton comes out of the nearest store, who also approaches them and informs them of her intention to leave the city in a week. The guys are fighting again. Terry gets tired of their screams. She throws Carter and, crossing the street, shouts at him. Immediately, at great speed, she is hit by a bus. At home, watching a report about the crash of Flight 180, Alex comes to the conclusion that death kills the survivors, in the same order in which they would have died in the explosion of the plane. Based on this, he realizes that the next target on the death list is Miss Luton. He rushes to her house, but a fire breaks out in Miss Luton's house. A rack of knives falls on the teacher. One stabs her in the chest. The woman lies helplessly on the floor. Alex is preparing to pull out a knife, but the stool falls on this knife, and plunges it deep, killing Miss Luton. Alex runs out of the house a second before the explosion, and then he runs home. Billy witnesses the explosion. Claire is being interrogated by FBI agents. They suspect Alex of the murders. Alex contacts Billy, Claire, and Carter to tell them about his theory. They decide to drive Carter's car out of town. Meanwhile, Alex is driving the train and breaking the seatbelt. Carter, knowing that he is next, drives at breakneck speed along the highway and stops his car on the railway line. He wants to kill himself before death does. However, at the last moment he changes his mind, but cannot get out of his car because his belt is jammed. The train is getting closer. Soon he will ram the car along with Carter. Alex rushes to help Carter out of the car and breaks the seatbelt, and Carter is released a second before the train crashes into the car. The guy survived, thereby deceiving death. A few seconds later, a fragment of Carter's car, caught under the wheels of the train, cuts off Billy's head, screaming at this moment that he will live. At home, Alex realizes with horror that Billy died because he saved Carter. Death missed Carter and struck the next victim, Billy. Then he realizes that the next victim of death is Claire. Alex rushes to her house and finds her in a car surrounded by fire. She is unable to escape from her vehicle, which threatens to explode as a damaged electrical cable snaps around. Alex saves her by lifting the cable, but he gets a strong electric shock himself. Claire and the FBI agents who arrived run to Alex and try to resuscitate him. 6 months later, the survivors are in Paris and talking about Flight 180. Alex thinks they're still on the list, it's just that death has given them a reprieve. He goes out for a walk because he feels danger. Lost in thought, he does not notice the bus rushing at him, only Claire's scream saves him. The bus crashes into a pole, which hits a sign falling on Alex. At the last moment, Carter pushes him away. He asks Alex who is next on the death list. The signboard, having made a turn around its axis, falls on Carter. That's how this movie ends. Thank you for watching. If you liked the retelling, put likes and subscribe. Soon there will be a lot of videos on the channel. See you later.